Hey guys, what's up? Two-Wheel Turbine, long time no see. It's been quite a while since I made a video, especially on a bike. The last video I made was with Dodge Charger, Scat Pack, but we're back on the Super Duke, the ultimate, the best bike KTM's made so far, in my opinion. Such a great bike. And it's been roughly a year since I picked this bike up, brand new, at a local dealer around here. So let's see, so it's been a year past, a little more than a year so far, and we're at 4,341 miles, which honestly sucks. Like, what have I been doing? This thing should be at least at like 8,000 to 10,000 miles in a year with how much fun it is and my ability to go riding. So yeah, that's a big mistake on my part. This thing should be at more miles, but I'm going to talk about my experience owning this bike for a year, and just give you guys a rundown of what this bike has brought into my life, the good and the bad. I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible, which is tough whenever you own a bike, you know. No matter what bike you own, if someone's kind of like talking bad about it, you kind of like defend it like it's your kid or something. But yeah, I'm gonna try to give it a really good unbiased 1 year overview of what it's like owning this bike, and I'm just gonna go through a complete timeline. We're just gonna pull up to one of these nice rooftop parking places and run through some photos, and I'm gonna talk about some stories with the bike, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So see you guys on the roof. All right guys, here we are on the rooftop. Pretty sick view out here. Got some nice apartments or something being built there. But yeah, let's look at some memories with this bike so far over the last year. All right guys, I'm gonna move the bike over there so we can be in the shade so we can see these photos a little bit better. But wow, doesn't this bike look sick? Such a cool looking bike. That does not get old. All right guys, so before I got on the bike and started filming, I made a little album called Super Duke, and it's kind of like just the highlight of photos and stuff that have happened in the past year. I'm going to walk you guys through kind of the different steps from the very beginning until right now, basically a year later, with the Super Duke, with almost 5,000 miles on the bike and still running pretty great. So yeah, let's jump into it. So this first photo I have here, if you guys can see that is on my R6, which is what I had just before the Super Duke. I absolutely love this bike. I think I put about 10,000 miles on it, almost 10,000 miles. My first kind of like real big boy, you know, high performance bike. Ton of fun, such a beautiful bike. Check it out, 50th anniversary. So sold that bike, and then I was kind of just bikeless, and I was pretty miserable, as I'm sure some of you guys who ride and maybe you've had a period where you didn't have a bike. It's tough once you've kind of experienced it, and then not being able to ride and being in such a great state like Arkansas, where I was going to college. I knew there were just such great roads, and I wasn't getting to ride them. So eventually, oh wait, my dad's calling. Let me take this real quick. All right guys, sorry about that little distraction. So yeah, this next photo right here, this is where man, I was looking for bikes, and just for fun I was looking at KTM Super Dukes, and I'm like, you know, I'm probably not going to get this bike. I'm probably going to have to stick with the bike that's like under 10K, something that's, you know, a little smarter to get, right? Super Dukes are super expensive. And I come across this dealer, and they have this 2020 1290 Super Duke R, if you guys can see that. And I mean, it's just nuts. Like, look at this. MSRP on these are $18,699, and they had it listed down to $15,399 for a brand new Super Duke R. I mean, if you look above, this is a 2019 used Super Duke GT, and they wanted more for that than a brand new Super Duke R, which is like completely just rebuilt from the ground up. So that was a no-brainer. Went to that dealer, and this was right before that huge snowstorm in Texas happened, where electricity and everything was kind of ruined for a while. So at the dealer, we got the deal made, and you know, got the key, got the little booklet and everything with the warranty, all that type of stuff like that, owner's manual. everything in the booklet, but I couldn't take delivery of the bike because the snowstorm like just hit. And so I forgot what date it was. Oh yeah, February 18th is when I think we made the deal on the Super Duke. And it wasn't until February 25th that I actually got to pick it up. So that was like one of the hardest weeks for me. First world problems, right? Stupid problems. But yeah, the anticipation of getting to ride this bike was just ridiculous. I mean, I watched almost every single YouTube video on it, every review, because that's just what you do when you're so excited. Get to kind of experience it through the screen, which maybe some of you guys are doing if you're looking into the Super Duke and you're watching this right now. Kind of get to experience it through the screen. So yeah, took delivery on the 25th. Man, I was so excited. What a sick bike. This is when I just got it home. I think I was just staring at it for like 30 minutes or an hour. I was like, wow, it's like one of my dream bikes, you know, top Halo bike from KTM. So that was awesome. You can see these first videos I have of it when it was like completely mint. I mean, it's still pretty mint, but I mean, nothing compares to a bike when it's straight from the dealer. Here's some more photos of it. Man, I need to get a new rear tire. Mine is getting shot. I think this is me talking about how it just blew me away. Pretty nuts. Some other photos. Maybe one of the first times pumping gas. I wonder what gas was. So that was 3.5 gallons for $10. So yeah, a lot cheaper than it was now. That was a Tesla video. This is pretty funny. This photo right here, this was in college, freshman year at a local dealer. This was before I even had the R6, and I was sitting on the Super Duke first gen, and who knew at the time, I would have been so happy if I knew that I was getting third generation brand new Super Duke. So pretty cool to see this old photo of me on a first generation Super Duke, and here we are with the third gen. So you never know where life's going to take you if you just keep going for, stay after your goals, don't lose sight of them. Just, you can make things happen. So here's a photo of it. I think at a local place I rode around a lot. This was one of the best rides I had out in Arkansas on Highway 12. I was getting that rear tire like really hot on the side. It was kind of like sticky, like you could touch in it. It was super hot. It was a lot of fun. This is the time I got Wingstop on the bike out in college. It's always fun picking up food on a motorcycle. I don't know. It's just weird. It's like, yeah, you could take a car, it'd be way easier, but it's so much more fun picking it up on a bike. Here was a time where a deer ran out in front of me in Arkansas. I'll replay that for you guys. We can zoom in. This deer just jumped out right in front of me. That was cool. That was probably one of my close calls with the Super Duke so far. This was my last ride in Arkansas, so November 16th. That was right before I brought it back for Thanksgiving. This was recently in January. Went to where the whole Waco thing happened with the Branch Davidians. I just felt like riding down kind of near Waco, Austin, and had to stop by there. Such a interesting place. But yeah, so those are just some photos of it so far, but the bike's been pretty awesome, I'd have to say. In the beginning there were a few hiccups where the bike, when I took delivery, it was missing one of these handlebar ends. I had some issues with the gas cap, like it wouldn't want to open, and then eventually you just had to like push really hard down here and then pop it. That opened. Oh yeah, the license plate thing. There was an issue with the stock OEM license plate holder, but that's not a big deal because do you really want to run that setup on it? So got this fender eliminator. Looks a whole lot better. Still need to get an exhaust. Kind of like not the best looking slip-on for an exhaust, but yeah, let's see. The bike is at... I think I need to get it serviced pretty soon, but... yeah, if we go back, we are at 4,000, a little 4,300 miles basically. And then I think if you go through the screen here, let's see, if we go back, trips data, And if you go to service, it says next service in 376 miles. So that's coming up soon. So I'll probably get this thing back serviced, all fresh fluids, stuff like that. And then this rear tire, if you take a look at it, there's like no twisties around here. So I haven't, dang, these tires get pretty soft. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like whenever they get some heat in them, you can tell these things would be sticky. But yeah, basically haven't been able to ride many twisties, so it's like squaring off, pretty ugly looking. But you can see that it's probably gonna need replaced soon. This tread is starting to look pretty shot, kind of nervous. Hopefully no steel wires start showing soon. But yeah, we'll get this thing all set up and hopefully have her all fresh again. But yeah, 1 year with the Super Duke R. Maybe some people are asking, do you want to sell it? You know, is it time to sell? Maybe go after like an Aprilia, or a Tuono V4, or Yamaha MT10, Ducati Street Fighter. Definitely not yet. I think I want to keep this bike in the foreseeable future. I don't see why I'd want to give it up. Such a great bike, does everything that I want out of it. So yeah, 1 year pleasantly, very satisfied with this bike. It's been nothing but pretty good to me. Been a few like quirky things, like I said, but overall the positives strongly outweigh it. Yeah, the only negatives really is I go through rear tires fast, but that's, I mean, you have to expect that with a bike like this. KTM part support, dealer support's probably not as strong as the Japanese counterparts, but you know, seems pretty good. What are some other things that I kind of like didn't like about it? The engine is very like kind of like vibey, and gives off a lot of vibration since it's such a big V-twin, which can be kind of alarming at first, but once you get used to it, it's just more character for the bike and makes the riding experience pretty awesome in my opinion. Colors, orange is one of my least favorite colors, I feel like, but this bike with this beautiful blue, as you guys can see in the sun, the sparkle, this beautiful blue, it actually complements that orange great. I like the orange frame. It's really grown on me, because I could have gotten probably a black one, but I think I would way rather have this one. It has a lot more character. I don't know. It just works with the bike really well, especially with this headlight and the super futuristic styling. Let's see, what else? I love how it has the USB ability to charge your phone while riding. Let's see, I like the suspension. I haven't tweaked with it at all, and it's been working great for me. Let's see, what else? Single-sided swing arm, beautiful, very aesthetic, but kind of makes it a little more difficult when looking to get rear stands. Small thing. There's still rear stands that are available for this bike. What else is this bike? Yeah, I think this 1 year check-in with the bike is a true testament to how awesome this bike is, because just like anything in life, when you get something for the first time, you know, maybe the first few days you own it, typically people are always going to be just talking about the good stuff, whether it's a relationship, you have a partner, you know, a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. You know, in the beginning everything seems good, but after that honeymoon phase, how much of those good things stick and what negatives come out of it. And what I have to say about the Super Duke is it seems like a pretty eternal honeymoon state. It's pretty awesome. Very small little negative things so far, and I really hope that continues and I can give you guys another 2 year, 3 year, who knows how long update with this beautiful Super Duke. We'll see with the mileage as it gets higher if that you know, remains the same. But yeah, trying to stay unbiased with my opinion on this bike, but it's very hard to come up with some negative things. If you have a Super Duke and any big negative things came after some long-term ownership, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be very interested to hear that. And if you're in the market for one of these, I hope this gave you some information about, you know, should I go with this bike or that bike? So many great options nowadays. This isn't necessarily the one answer. So many great options, but I hope this video helped you guys out. It's a lot of fun to kind of look back in the past year on this bike and talk about the ownership. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos. We got some more performance testing with this bike. I love to do roll races with high horsepower cars or other very high performance bikes. So be on the lookout for that. And thank you guys. If you're a subscriber, we recently hit 4,000 subs. That's awesome. Very excited about that. It's so cool to see that people want to watch my videos. And yeah, wouldn't be making these without your guys' support. So thank you guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.